So look, episode 24, milestone, milestone moment for me, early in my podcast journey, 24 episodes in. I just want to take this time right now, you know, monumental, momentous, memorable. It's so many M's that we can use to, you know, describe the emotions, to encapsulate the feeling that we are currently experiencing right now. Listen, episode 24, but there's only one M that comes to mind right now, and you already know what I'm about to say. When 24 is involved, listen, you already know I'm on my Mamba mentality. This episode, March 30th, 2023, he is I is he, WILLMATIC. 41 degrees in New York City. The spring is upon us. This is episode 24. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. You could have been anywhere else on the internet, on this, this large cesspool of misinformation, and just all the toxicity that you can find, misleading memes and shit. Reading, writing, arithmetic talk. And it's obviously a platform that's being utilized by a lot of people in the United States. So my question is this: how significant is this TikTok ban, or the potential TikTok ban, right? Because they haven't made anything official right now. They're just kind of having these conversations. Yeah, I really just wanted to bring it up and point it out, just for the simple fact that I feel like it's important that we do our research. Everybody on here, I feel like it's real easy for us to just kind of follow the trend, right? And just go along with what's basically trending, right? I heard something like, if you scroll long enough on TikTok, like a black lady pops up and like kind of tells you like, yo, fam, time out, my G, like go get some water, take some breaths. Like, you've been scrolling on this app for too long. That's kind of crazy to me. Like, they implemented that in the app. If you have to put that in an app, then chances are you're aware of the long-term significant damage that this will have. Yeah, man. So, I don't really have a stance on it as far as me being in agreement or disagreement with the situation. I don't really, I don't utilize the platform myself. I'm not really big on, it's just kind of weird to me, the whole idea of, just becoming famous off of, a 30-second clip, or, what I'm saying, or just a thought, or just an idea that you may have had in a moment. I feel like we need to be real careful with this whole going viral thing, man, because I feel like going viral is like, it's damn near like the new, the new crack. Like, this is the new, like, we got new poopies out here. So, we'll stay tuned. And obviously, there's more. That's a developing story, and we haven't really gotten to any ultimate decision yet. So, we'll be tuned in. We'll be tuned in to see how that situation unfolds, man. I'm not sure where we go from there. TikTok hand, and, I don't know. Tekashi got Tekkened, man. They Tekkened Tekashi, man. They caught Tekashi 6ix9ine slipping in the gym bathroom, and they put hands, feet, elbows, and fingers on that man. They beat him senselessly. Now, this is the thing, right? Me personally, do I get excited when I see, like, and this is the whole internet and the whole TikTok thing, right? Like, I feel like this kind of ties in and it goes hand in hand, right? To a certain degree, right? Look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. The V, that crack, man. His whole career was based off of the V, the viral. His whole entire existence, as a matter of fact, everything that we know about Tekashi 6ix9ine has been a viral moment on the internet, right? He's a TikTok artist. He's a TikToker, right? That's really what it is. Like, you have your rappers, you got your trappers, and you got your TikTok artists, man. Now, I'm not sure how I got to that from the, let's get back to the fact that everybody wants to enjoy the moment. All right, I get it. He snitched. He's a rat. So, anytime we get a chance to laugh at a rat, we gonna take that time to laugh at it. Me personally, fam, honestly, if we just keeping it all the way 1,000, I seen the video. They ain't really get him how they really should have got. I mean, he got beat up. It was some bruises and stuff. I seen the photos. He did look pretty beat up, And am I necessarily celebrating and applauding that? Sometimes I gotta check myself, and I try to, it's funny because, at the end of the day, listen, man, I get it, man. You put that energy out in the world and eventually it'll come back to you, right? And, at the end of the day, the energy came back to him. They called him in the gym bathroom. But my real question about that whole situation is this. Is that a result, or are people basically going with the theory that, this recent incident with Tekashi 6ix9ine getting Tekkened in a gym bathroom with a Montclair on, right? And a Montclair on in the gym, fam. What are you doing? Like, I mean, maybe he was trying to sweat, but I'm just saying, like, they have attire for that. The Montclair is not for the gym, fam. You got a Montclair on, you in the gym bathroom, and he got caught slipping. Or did he have another situation? Because at the end of the day, I just feel like the amount of time that it's been since that man came home and did what he did, and he kind of been out here talking crazy this whole time. I don't necessarily feel like those incidents are correlated, right? I feel like people, we just kind of go with the memes that we see and we put these narratives out there, and it's kind of like that's just what it is, right? It's clickbait, right? E.B.C.G, Everybody Can't Go podcast. I pride myself on the fact that, I don't miss anything. I don't. Nothing, doesn't hit my desk. There's not an email that I don't get. There's not a phone call I don't receive. And at the end of the day, I just recently received some information and some intel on a situation that I absolutely had no idea about, right? So I completely missed this, right? So it was only right. I threw it down on the docket. Michael Jackson. Yeah. The king of pop, fam. MJ, Thriller. And the guy that they completely defamed, completely ostracized from society, completely blackballed, blackmailed, completely just violated. That guy that completely gave us some of the greatest pieces of music that we will ever experience, the greatest bodies of work. Shout out to Quincy too. Quincy had a lot to do with that as well, and all of the production that was in the studio. My point is this, and I didn't bring up Michael Jackson to talk about his great catalog, fam. I brought up Michael Jackson to talk about something that, I recently was made aware of that I wanted to bring to my podcast and make you all aware of. Michael Jackson had plans. I need y'all to hear me on this. Michael Jackson planned on buying and purchasing the entire Marvel Studios, fam. Yeah. X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, all of that. Michael Jackson had plans on purchasing Marvel. I had absolutely no idea that this was even a thing. There's even a phone call and a phone conversation of, what sounded clearly like MJ, and I ain't talking about Jordan, Michael Jackson on the phone, articulating his plans to, purchase Marvel. And he was laying out a blueprint. As a matter of fact, I mean, he laid out what we're seeing today. He completely laid out the blueprint for Marvel Studios. And I mean, it completely blew my mind just for the simple fact that, and I'm going to get into my conspiracy bag here just a little bit. I'm going to turn the conspiracy up in me just a notch. You see, about 2 episodes ago, I was on here just basically telling y'all something along the lines of like how I used to kind of be on these conspiracies, and now I'm in a place where I'm kind of past it, and I am at the end of the day. But I can kind of pick and choose when I want to turn that on and off. You feel me? And on this episode right here, episode 24, reading, writing, Arithmetictok, I'm gonna turn it up just a notch for MJ. And the fact that MJ planned on buying Marvel, do y'all understand how monumental this is? They definitely killed Michael Jackson, fam. Are you kidding me, bro? He was on that phone like a goddamn scholar breaking down his plans. I mean, listen, Disney, who currently has, complete ownership of Marvel, Disney went ahead and basically they took the blueprint that Michael Jackson laid out, and now we see what the results is. So my question is this. My question is simply this, man. Who with Michael Jackson for real? Like clearly. I don't think that, what am I basically trying to say here, right? It's too much to say here. It's too much to say here, man. I just feel like, if I'm not mistaken, the year that he basically made those plans public was the very same year that, the whole accusations thing started. And, it really truly is just disheartening to know that, we really are never going to really know until we just kind of basically till it's too late, And there's too many of our people out here doing, shit that's really probably going to be beneficial to our community in the long run, that get castigated and, kind of get boxed out. And it doesn't really matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have, fam. If you are not in line with the status quo in whatever field it is that you are, currently trying to scale in, or it doesn't even have to be a profession. It doesn't have to even be profession related. This could just be, you might just be in a certain neighborhood. If you are not going along with the status quo of that environment is the word I was looking for. Whatever that particular environment is, right? And everything that environment embodies. If you don't go along with the status quo, you gotta go, fam. And at the end of the day, there's so many different, layers to that, right? But I really just wanted to shine some light on the fact that Michael Jackson was definitely planning on buying Marvel Studios. Like I said, I had no idea, I'm just sitting back playing Thriller like shit. I'm just enjoying the music. Like, man, this is good. He was really a genius musically, but he that phone call showed me another side of MJ. And man, rest in peace, Michael Jackson, man. It's truly, I would have truly have liked to have seen, And then even when I think about the whole fact that, like, not to stay on this and harp on this, but as you can see, I'm really, truly, like, I'm really intrigued by this. I feel like there should be a whole documentary on this, personally. They always want to show the documentaries about, some negative shit. Like, show me the documentary about how Michael Jackson planned on buying Marvel Studios, fam. And we never got a chance to see that because all y'all did was y'all drugged that man through court and basically took him completely off of that, that blueprint. Uh, yeah, uh huh. 24 minutes in. Where is my pen? Let me revise, update, conversate. E.B.C.G. Can none of y'all do see me? Look, I dare one of y'all to pick up a mic and incite some type of thought, something to make you read and write and arithmetic talk. And that's where it stops, because niggas ain't writing shit down no more. All we doing is looking at our phone, texting, still feeling alone in a room full of people, looking around like, damn, nobody's my equal. Why you always trying to compete, dog? Do you? I'ma do me, dog. This ain't even a rap. These is facts. We got to get back. What we got next here? A nice window beat is always some soulful, jazzy ass shit. Yeah. I got these niggas breezy. Now, where's my pen, bro? Every episode, bro. This happens, bro. This happens at least once an episode where I have to like frantically dig around in the chair for my pen, bro. I don't think I understand. Like, without my pen, I'm nothing, bro. Like, I can't pod without that pen. That's low key my power right there. Y'all want to know my secret? Like, damn, man, he just gonna keep posting this shit. How you got the energy? It's the pen, dog. The power is in the pen, and there's really power in the pen. And that's really a bar for real. I wasn't even trying to give y'all that bar. That's crazy. I just give y'all the bars by accident now. Hip hop, come on, man. Y'all know what we doing. So hold on, man. Seriously though, where is this pen, bro? Am I gonna have to switch my pen? I don't like to switch pens, man. It's episode 24, man. I'm not really understanding why I gotta switch my pen. Like, you feel me? I started with that pen. I'm gonna find this pen, y'all. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. I'm gonna come clean. I might not find it. So look, we're gonna keep it going, man. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Shout out the ninth on this. Let me run that back, by the way. So yeah, man. Yeah. So Michael Jackson, yeah, we off that. You know, I'm gonna have to do a mental check off now without my pen. Now I gotta mentally check off my docket and shit. Right? Cam and Mase. Cam and Mase in the podcast space. You know I watched every episode. Come on, man. I'm in this space now. You feel me? So I just feel like it's only right when a new podcast hit this scene. You know, I'm gonna pull up and take notes and see what's going on. And I will say this. They not podding like me. They not podding like me. They are absolutely not podding like me. And it's okay because at the end of the day, it's levels to this, right? And we're not gonna all have the same level of, you know what I'm saying, just life. We all got different cards that we were dealt at the end of the day. You feel me? You gotta just play your hand at the end of the day. What I will say is this though. I feel like there's certain moments, and I'm being facetious. Obviously, it's they definitely going up right now. I feel like there's potential for sure, right? Because it's new. They kind of just got started, and it's a lot of. At the end of the day, man, the podcast space is definitely, I don't know if overcrowded is the right word, because at the end of the day, the earth is overcrowded at this point, right? They trying to depopulate the earth, right? So realistically, maybe overcrowded isn't the right word. What's the right word though? I want to give y'all the right word on episode 24. I do. On episode 24, I want to give y'all the right words. I feel like, it's kind of basically just, man, it's run down. Like, fam, it's too many people. It's too many. Like, there's no other way to say it. It's just too many people doing podcasts, and it's oversaturated is the word I was looking for, right? And, it's kind of like the Kendrick theory, right? Or the Drake theory. Well, this is my theory, right? I feel like Kendrick Lamar and Drake are always going to be kind of like in that race and neck, and that's always going to be that conversation, right? 1A, 1B, right? But my point is this. Drake has a tendency to oversaturate, whereas with Kendrick, we don't get a Kendrick project but every so often, right? Obviously, right? So I just feel like it's the quality and the quantity, right? You could put out a podcast. You could be a daily podder. I could drop another episode tomorrow if I chose to, but that would be oversaturation, right? So it's kind of like, I'm not even really sure where I just went with that, to be honest. I really just wanted to big up Cam and Mase. They definitely have a new podcast. It's definitely dope. I didn't realize that, we already know Cameron is Cameron. We know Cam. We kind of seen Cam Pod already over the years. You know what I'm saying? So many different moments with him on the internet, on this blogosphere. But as far as Mase, I didn't realize Mase was as funny as he was. I'm gonna get over that now. But I just wanted to, the last thing, what I do find interesting though, the Cameron and Mase, because I'm a student of this, right? I'm a student. Like, I study this, right? And if you really pay attention, I definitely want to also point out that those commercials in between, I kind of like the way they have it, kind of like it's a real, basically like a news, like you're watching a broadcast, right? And they kind of have, the commercials in between segments, and Cam has the pink horse. I might have to pause that right there. Pause. It's so crazy that they pause everything. The king of the pause. You selling juice called pink horse and shit. I get it though. It's a market for it, and at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he's gonna sell crazy, because at the end of the day, fam, the more popular that this podcast get, which they're a couple of viral clips away from this shit like really taking off, right? In my opinion, like I said, there's moments of like great pod. You can see that they really could take off with it, and then there's moments of like the immaturity, but that is growing pains, right? And at the end of the day, everybody's not me. Everybody can't just get up and pick up and just start a podcast off of the dome, off the rip, edit, produce, write, and just do it on their own. Like, everybody can't do that, fam. And at the end of the day, I'm only getting started. This is only the intro, the prequel to the sequel. But Snoop Dogg definitely was one of the pioneers, and it's a similar look and a similar feel. That was basically what I was trying. That whole long ass rant, just to say that I feel like, what I'm saying, salute to Snoop Dogg, basically, in the GGN network, right? All right, Biggie, you ain't have to call me stupid though, fam. Hold on, dog. Because at the end of the day, when Pac was wilding, I was definitely wilding too. Nigga, I was in front of. Besides the point. Yeah. Soundtrack, what up? Episode 24. Need I say more? Or do you get the point? Or do you get the... When I roll this joint, look. Let's get into some NBA talk, man. Let's get into some NBA talk. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of been slacking, dog. As a matter of fact, let me not even lie. Let me not even try to be modest about it. I straight up just turned the NBA completely off, fam. Like, I just feel like I'm at a point in my life now. I just can't, like, it's like Santa Claus to me now. Like, I just can't, like, yeah. I get the nostalgia of it, and every now and then I'm going to kind of sit there and admire that. But realistically, fam, I got way too much shit to really do and think about to really be sitting and watching 3 hours of the NBA referees sitting there in their feelings, calling and giving technical fouls to the players every 5 minutes, bro. And that's really what I want to get to, man. What is going on with the NBA fines? Like, I just feel like, is it too excessive? Are the NBA referees being too harsh with the fines? Now, this is the thing, right? My proposal was, is that we get former NBA players to be, the referees for these games, man. I just feel like if we had guys out there who were actually out there, who actually know the physicality of the game, they know the mentality of the players, they know the emotion of the game, they understand the emotion of the game, and that's kind of what we're dealing with here, right? Is the emotion. You got players who, obviously are emotional because they're NBA, they're athletes. They're playing the game. It's a sport. It's a win or lose situation. They want to win, right? There's incentives for winning, right? So understandably, yeah, there are going to be certain players that get emotional when certain things occur on the court. My question is this: why are the NBA referees emotional, fam? Realistically, y'all have the best job in the world. You have the best job in the world, fam. It's one of the best jobs in the world, right? I feel like the UFC commentators have the best job in the world. You sitting right there by the cage side, watching Conor McGregor break his leg. And I just feel like when you have the privilege to run up the court next to LeBron, to run up the court next to Donovan Mitchell, y'all running up the court, y'all don't hoop. What y'all in the gym for? You could tell, and you feel me? They look like they really trained just to go run up and down the court. Like, All you have one job, realistically, fam. You run up and down this goddamn court and you watch me be great. That's what you do. The whistle, alright, cool. Every now and then, I get it. You gonna have to blow the whistle. A travel may occur. I just feel like personally, like we got to get it back to like when the NBA's only blow the whistle when somebody travels, fam. I don't remember the last time I seen a travel or a carry being called. Like they completely negated the responsibility of being an official and calling a game and being impartial. Now it's just like personal attacks on players we don't like, fam. I mean, but this is nothing new. And realistically, I've already done a video about this. Like, we've already seen how deep this rabbit hole goes. Pause. In the words of Cam and Mase. No, I'm gonna have to bleep that. They just gave somebody, they just fined somebody for saying that, which is crazy, right? Perfect segue. So you can't even say no. It's just I just don't understand the message that's being sent. I feel like I do understand it though, and I'm just having a hard time understanding, you know, basically just the direction that the league is trying to take, trying to go in, man. I just feel like the fines are excessive. I also want to, take this time to ask the question, like, we talking about millions of dollars in fines here. Does anybody know exactly where that fine money goes? You're fining players left and right. This is like a goddamn duck hunt, fam. They are picking players' pockets, bro. They are picking pockets off, fam. You remember Duck Hunt and Super and Nintendo? Not even Super Nintendo. Before Nintendo was Super, when it was just Nintendo, I had it. I had the gun. I had the whole thing, right? They are targeting players' pockets like Duck Hunt, my nigga. And they are picking the pockets off. They are picking pockets, bro. You picking pockets. Where is the money going? Do you see where I'm going with this? So my question is simply this. Is there a possibility that maybe, just maybe, NBA referees are being incentivized to call and fine and give these technicals? And how many technicals do you have to? And then like players are getting, then players don't even get to play. And then it's like you got people coming from all over the world. They coming from Germany, Australia, Austria, you name it, Africa, London. The NBA, they like to boast and brag about how they're global and they're international and how they're such a worldwide wide brand. And at the end of the day, they are. But my question is this: do you actually care about the fans that you have all over the world when you sacrifice? You sacrifice their ticket. That's a whole nother conversation. Load management and all that. And listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave that up to Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, fam. I'm not about to sit here and watch people's pockets and talk about how players need to be playing and basically demand that people do. At the end of the day, my responsibility in life is to make sure I do what I need to do. At the end of the day, that's the bottom line here in all reality, right? But for the sake of the podcast, I'm having second thoughts about allowing Brooklyn We Go Hard to continue to play while I talk about the NBA, right? I just feel like, I don't know, man. That's what a hell of a coincidence. Ha ha, real funny, you two. Because I got the playlist on shuffle. I'm not sure how the Brooklyn We Go Hard just out of nowhere. I ain't heard this instrumental in years. Y'all know I'm not rocking with the Nets right now. And y'all know they did my guy Kyrie dirty. I'm not really jacking Brooklyn right now. I don't want to hear that, Jay. Let me get that one train from ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. I just feel like, where's the fine money going? Like, are we at least taking this money and like my proposal is this, right? I have another proposal. It's my second proposal, right? Forget about what I'm even asking, right? Where's the money going? Because at the end of the day, that's pins and needles. That's apples and oranges, right? We don't really we'll never know the answer to that, right? Regardless of what they say, we'll never really know where that money's going. I suggest we take that money and we start building up shacks or something. That money should be just going into resources for like things that are completely, in dire need of, resources. Like our homelessness issue. How about the rats in New York City in the damn sewer that are eating? The rats are getting ready to eat us out of our homes, bro. If you people think that the rats is not getting ready to chew us out of everything that we have, y'all sitting here worrying about the wrong things realistically, fam. Realistically, the rats is getting ready to eat New York City alive. Then we cross that bridge when we get there. I want to get back to the NBA. I'm not off the NBA. I haven't been watching games like that. Kyrie, went over to Dallas. We already know that, they kind of on and off with it. I'm not really, at this point, I'm over it. I am. I kind of got excited in the beginning when he came. They won the first couple of games, and then we ain't really see Luka with him yet. Then Luka came back. Then him and Luka was kind of like juggling the ball around, trying to figure out who's going to take the last shot. And then I was kind of off it again. Then they came back and won a couple games, and I got back. I'm off it, though. I'm officially off it. I should have never cheered for the Dallas Mavericks a day of my life. That should just never happen, and at this point, we got to get Kyrie out of there, man. We got to get Kyrie out of there. We're wasting precious time. We're wasting precious years on our NBA career, but it's cool. No thanks to the Nets is Kyrie Irving any closer to an NBA championship. KD just returned, on some lighter news. Kevin Durant definitely just returned from an ankle injury that I'm still not sure what happened for real. And honestly, fam, they might have to reinforce Kevin Durant's ankle with some like steel or something. Like, bro, he's too frail, bro. At this point, it's just like, bro, how do you trust a guy? I don't care how great you are in the mid range, fam. If you can break your ankle by just literally going up on the layup line, I'm just saying, man. So at this point, I'm not really even looking forward to seeing what the Suns do anymore. I kind of was excited for that because everybody already knows that, I don't even really think that this is like big speculation or like this ain't even really like a Woj bomb report or nothing. But like realistically, fam, if y'all think that the KD and Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? That's not over with, fam, man. I'm pretty sure that we will be seeing Kyrie Irving in Phoenix next year, bro. Kyrie is definitely going to Phoenix. But my thing is this. Can I even really get excited? KD might hurt himself 5 times during the summer. Like, I don't know what he's up to, bro, with those legs and his frail body and your frail frame, fam. Tone that thing up, dog. Like, buff up a little bit, man. Take some steroids, whatever you got to do, dog. We can't afford to be losing you on the layup line, is all I'm trying to say. You feel me? And I just don't know how the coach is even like, listen, man, he came back, though, and I'm not even really sure. Like I said, I ain't really been watching no games and nothing like that. I kind of been just, I've been trying to get the pod. Listen, I'm podding over here, fam. I don't got time to watch the game no more. I am the game. The game is me, fam. And at this point, I'm watching everything that I'm doing closely. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like the main priority, right? Everything else after that is kind of irrelevant to me. And I feel like I could elaborate there a little bit more. I'm not going to do it, though. I'm going to move on. I'm going to save that for another episode because we definitely got a couple more episodes in the tuck. I might hit y'all with a... Matter of fact, what's this, March 30th? I might get another episode before March is over, fam. That's all I'm saying, dog. All I'm saying is this, man. It's March 30th as I record this episode right now. Y'all might get another episode before March is over, man. You just gotta stay tuned, man. You just gotta stay tuned because you just never know. You just never know. Am I off for the NBA? Am I off for basketball? KD returned. PG definitely, got hurt as well. It's just like, damn, man. Are we ever gonna get a postseason ever again where it's just like, pardon me, losing my pod voice and shit. Hold on, pardon me, pardon self. I can't be sounding like that on episode 20. Hold on, well, my palate. No, damn, I gotta bleep that again. That's a lot of bleeps, dog. But it's all good though, because you know what? At the end of the day, tomorrow is my day. My day to kind of, you know what I'm saying? I have enough time to edit this. Is basically what I'm trying to say, right? PG is out currently. Paul George, Los Angeles Clippers. I'm not sure what his diagnosis is. I think that they said something along the lines like something with his knee, sprained knee or something like that. Well, actually, I'm lying because they actually have to reevaluate him in 2 to 3 weeks. So, the Clippers basically ain't winning nothing. Suns is not gonna win nothing. It's looking like Celtics Nation, man. And I just want to go on record on my podcast again and just let y'all know that the Celtics are definitely the NBA champions this year. The Warriors too much. I don't know, man. It's just too Draymond. He might fuck around and not play again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the Celtics cohesively, their chemistry is just more in line for a championship right now. Unless John Morant pull a rabbit out the hat or something else. Nah, that would be crazy though. If the Memphis Grizzlies if the Memphis Grizzlies win a championship this season, dog, it's kind of in the air, low key though, right? Especially when you ain't been watching, because clearly I ain't been watching, right? Bronny, is Zion still out, by the way? I believe Zion is still out too, right? So yeah, man, we got a bunch of players not even playing. It's like, dog, the postseason is kind of like, it's looking a little gray. It's looking a little gray right now. Just a little gray, Bronny McDonald's game, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I definitely saw the highlights to that. 15 points. Okay, solid outing. It wasn't a Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? He gave us a little number two. You know what I'm saying? What's the number two? Is that the double cheeseburger? He gave us a little double cheeseburger out there. You know what I'm saying? 5 for 8 from the 3-point is not bad though. I will say that. And if he's consistently shooting like this over time, then obviously I feel like he'll definitely be a superstar in the league. He already got the name, So now it's just a matter of, him basically developing and working on the game, and that's not something that can really be forced or rushed. It doesn't really matter who your teacher is, because obviously LeBron could show you the step back, but it's like at the end of the day, you still got to execute it, right? So I just feel like he's in his stages of like he's really about to really start developing and crafting his game, and then in 2 to 3 years, fam, we gonna really see what LeBron or Bronny James is talking about. Bronny and Braun. Because at the end of the day, Braun might not be, he still might be playing 3 years from now, fam. Braun is trying to win a champ. If y'all think that Braun is not trying to win a championship with Bronny, like I'm not jacking that whole, I'm just trying to play with him on the, a couple games. Like, damn well if LeBron James get LeBronny on the bus, he gonna try to go for the chip. Like, I don't see why he wouldn't. That would be crazy, by the way. That would be crazy, actually. I never even really thought about that till now. Could you imagine a father and son championship celebration? Like, that would just be crazy. Like, we talking about that's a stat that we'll never be able to see again, for sure, right? That's not necessarily true, though. It's not necessarily true. We'll probably never see that again, though. That's a 101 stat right there, for sure. I think I'm off the NBA now as I flip through my pages. So, for the next topic, man, I definitely didn't want to start with this, and I definitely didn't want to end with this. So I figured I'd put it somewhere in the middle there, and it's never easy to really get to this at any point of any podcast, However, we do want to take the time to acknowledge yet another, here we go again. Another mass shooting, right? I mean, which this shit is starting to feel like a holiday, like just something that's just on our calendar that we're supposed to kind of just acknowledge Like this thing is getting way too. It's not even getting. It's we're here. We here already, fam. How many mass shootings in the last 5 years, fam? I'm willing to guess 2,000, anywhere between 2,000 and 5,000. Like, bro, this is ridiculous, bro. And obviously, when you get into the nitty gritty, right? When you get into the nitty gritty, which CNN and Fox News are not gonna, they gonna make sure they give you the nitty gritty. Is basically what I'm trying to say, right? They, what's been released so far is, Nashville, Tennessee, 6 killed, Covenant Christian, private school out there, 3 children killed, 3 children executed, 3 adults executed, may they rest in peace, prayers and condolences, to all of their loved ones and all of the people around them. Obviously, that's not I don't even like saying that, but it's just kind of like, if you don't say that, then what are you saying for real, right? We definitely want to send our condolences, right? But it's just so unfortunate that we have to continue to say it, because I don't even really understand it. Like, it's just like, what are we dealing with here? A 28-year-old resident of Nashville. So this is not, like we've seen other situations where, uh, people have traveled to other communities to do these heinous acts and heinous, these hate crimes and things of that nature, right? We just seen in Buffalo not too long ago, with son went in there, on some race shit. Like this is the thing, right? What I'm struggling to understand, right? And there's several things I'm struggling to understand with here, right? I want to just start with the fact, how was the shooter able to enter this school? Well, according to news reports, what they're basically reporting is that the shooter was able to enter through a side door. Well, no, that's not true though. That's not true. See, when I first heard that, I had a whole vision in my head of how they entered. Like, I'm thinking literally like they kind of just walked up, turned the knob on the door, walked in. That's not what happened though. They came in there, military gear, vests. I'm talking about they heavy artillery. You went in there like you was a soldier at war, about to run down on the enemy territory, fam. Shot her way in or shot his way in. At the end of the day, fam, I'm not about to be respectful to this person. I don't know the name of the person. I don't know the identity of the person, and I don't care. I don't. They saying that it was a trans man or a trans. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure why. Like, why do we have all that information? I guess it's important just for the simple fact that, yeah, you got to report on, uh, this criminal, right? Now you got to put the information out there so that we can all kind of see what's going on. But my thing is this: isn't there a better way that this stuff can be reported? Or isn't there a way, maybe we shouldn't report on every mass shooting at this point, fam? The stats is out there, the numbers is out there, obviously we know that there's a tendency for these things to be repeated in a short period after the event. So my question is, how do you help negate that by continuing to perpetuate the act that caused the trauma, right? So if I continue to see the footage, because that's all they've been playing is the damn footage that shot her way in through some glass, came in there like they was looking for. So like this shit is, I just don't understand them. They have a manifest. So they came in with a manifest and a map, right? A manifest and a map, all so you can walk or shoot your way inside of a Christian school that you attended, right? Which was another piece. That was the whole other piece of the thing. This is a school that this shooter actually attended, right? We're talking about pre-K to 6th grade, fam. You trying to tell me that a 28-year-old adult went back to their old elementary, junior high school with a I don't understand what the manifestation there was. At the end of the day, the manifestation that's currently there now is that this person is no longer here. This person is deceased, fam. So realistically, fam, we don't want to harp on the individual too much because, like I said, personally, I feel like that's where we go wrong. That's where we go wrong when we start trying to, you know, give a name and a face and an identity to murderers, you know, who are basically just committing heinous acts and executions at this point. We're watching executions happen on Fox News and CNN, on national television, broad day. You waking up trying to go to school, you trying to go to work, whatever it is. Me personally, I'm not one of those people that wake up with a television on in my face. I just personally feel like if you are waking up and the television is just on already, like you're mentally ill, fam. To have the programming that they have on that just on all day, you got the programming on all day. I'm just saying, what is your brain like? What can you possibly be conjuring up in your head? Like, we see what the end result of that is, right? And right now, this shit is bonkers, right? Prayers up to them, though, man. I don't want to stay on it too long. I do feel like there's a conversation, you know, there's several conversations that you could have about, you know, whether it's the gun violence piece, you know, whether it's just the security piece, like what can we do to be more safe? How can we secure? How can you do it? How can you do it? I don't see how you can. I mean, all we do is perpetuate violence, right? And market, and you know, I guess the TikTok man is probably going to slow things up. So let's see what happens after they ban TikTok and shit, right? Maybe when they ban TikTok, we'll see less crime. Is TikTok raising the crime rate? Is that a possibility? It might be, though. Realistically, fam, 30-second clips of just everything and anything in the world, there's a good chance that the crime rate is seeing a spike because of this. Not even the crime rate, though, just like the crazy rate. You know what I'm saying? Because crime is going to happen regardless. Jaywalking is a crime, right? There's levels to crime now. Yeah. So that's a, you know, then obviously you have the whole trans piece, right? Which obviously, it's people who are coming out to say things like, you know, well, basically, why is it that when this happens, that community doesn't come out to condemn? You guys come out to condemn somebody else when, you know, something is being said that you may deem offensive to your community, but at the end of the day, when there are people within this community who are basically mentally ill and are out of their mind, right? Which we already was already assuming that's what the case was, right? But cool, for the sake of understanding and dialogue, we were willing to curtail our argument there. We were willing to put that on the back burner. We were willing to say, you know what, maybe y'all was born like this, right? Maybe God made a mistake. We were damn near willing to go against God for y'all, just for the sake of trying to have dialogue and understanding. By we, by the way, I'm not including myself in that. I'm just saying we as in like the politics, you know what I'm saying? Politicians and shit. I wasn't at the meetings and shit, trying to like, you know what I'm saying, put my piece in. I stay home and pod about it, right? My point is this. Where the are where's that voice? That deep, bassy voice when we need it, fam? Huh? Y'all want to come out and cancel Chappelle? Y'all want to do y'all do too much. Y'all do too much. And that's our point. Y'all need to cancel this dude right here. Well, at the end of the day, listen. The cancellation has already. All right, listen, man. We're gonna get off of it at this point. I don't want to harp on this. It's negative. It's bad. It's not the end, unfortunately, right? And that's the other piece. We're gonna see this again. On that note, let's segue to my next topic because I'm not really even sure how to end that. It's just kind of like, man, Yeah, until it just gets closer and closer to where we are, and eventually we'll all just be the leading cause, the leading cause of death in young adults or young. I'm not sure what the age range is. I should know that, right? But young children, young adults in this country, the leading cause of death is gun violence. I mean, just let that sink in, fam. And we just steady popping babies out left and right, and we just putting the phones right in front of their face. Here, TikTok, you 2 years old. Here, scroll down the whole thing and watch every 15 and 30-second clip on this phone. We just popping, we losing our goddamn minds, fam. We just sending them to the, we just feeding them to the wolves at this point. You know what I'm saying? You having a baby to feed them to the wolves? If you want to have a kid at this point, I feel like there has to be. See, now this could get me canceled right here. Let me slow down. Because I was getting ready to go in a whole other direction. Let me slow down. We're going to get off of that. We're going to get off of that. We're going to move into the next topic. Like I said, Jim Crow laws are definitely being reinstated in Mississippi in 2023. Now, listen, man. I don't even really have much to say there other than the fact that, because it's kind of like, I'm not surprised. Am I surprised? They're just being the first ones to come out and make it official, right? But in all reality, we've been seeing lynchings, we've been seeing rapes, we've been seeing all of the same things, pardon self, the same atrocities that we were seeing in 1868, the same shit we were seeing in 1885, the same stuff. We're seeing it in 2023. And that mentality didn't go anywhere at the end of the day, right? So we got to be real careful. We got to be real careful when we just focus on, Mississippi. Because at the end of the day, fam, Mississippi ain't our only problem, dog. I know that they reinstated it there. And, I wanted to bring it up because I do feel like that's noteworthy. And it's definitely something that we should be aware of, right? Like, damn, like, probably shouldn't want to get any property out there. But realistically, man, we got to keep our head up wherever we at. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my piece on that right there. Got to keep our head up wherever we at. But that is kind of crazy, though, that they're making it official. Like, they're doing this, like, in broad day. Like, they just kind of just like, yeah, yeah. I definitely need to read up more about it, though, too. I was trying to do that before the podcast. But listen, man. Listen, dog. Every topic is not meant to be broken down for 30 minutes, right? Because if that's the case, y'all see where we at right now, right? How much time we at? I'm at 110. Okay. I ain't mad at 110. I'm going to chop it up, you know what I'm saying? Chop it down a little bit, break it down, make it sound so clean. When I throw them edits on it, I'm not sure what instrumental this is, but I'm about to spaz on it. Look. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. This shit hard, though. I ain't even have it. I didn't. Yeah, I ain't know it was gonna come in that hard right there. Like, damn. That shit just caught me off guard. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit called my bluff. It did. I just went to Sway and bombed, fam. Yeah. Damn, Sway. I didn't know you were gonna drop that one. Hold on. Run it back, Sway. Run it back. Let me get that from the top, though. Prayers and condolences to the people in Mississippi. Prayers and condolences to the people in Memphis, Tennessee. Prayers and condolences to the people in Ukraine. Prayers and condolences to the people all over the world. We don't want to pinpoint and be specific with our prayers and our condolences, because at the end of the day, we could all use a prayer. We could all use a prayer. I could use a prayer. Prayers and condolences to me, right? And at the end of the day, man, also I just want to take the time to thank God. Thank God, man. You have done nothing but, listen, I just feel like the more clarity you have in whatever situation that you're in, I feel like clarity, man, that might be the missing ingredient right there, man. Clarity. That's all you really need for real, man. Understanding of the situation. And I just feel like as long as you have that, man, you're undefeated, realistically. You're undefeated. How can you lose when you have understanding of the situation? Because let me tell you something right now. They're gonna try to confuse you. They're gonna try to They're gonna try to make the story sound better so it could work out in their favor. But all you need, like I said once again, is clarity and also documents. You need receipts. You're gonna need some receipts too. So clarity and receipts. Stop playing with me. I'm gonna move on to the next topic. The next topic is oh yeah. So boom, we gonna switch the instrumental for this. This shit is hard right here though. Out of space, out of sight, out of mind. Running out of time on the look. How much time we got left on this earth? You better understand and recognize your worth. They ban TikTok. I don't care. Cause I can read and I can write. So look, realistically, the TikTok is in me. I could create content without a TV like we used to do until they introduced us to their YouTube. Now look at us trying to get a stream. And a stream ain't even really what it seemed. Cause you gotta stream something like 5,000 times for it to equal. Yo, nah, that stream shit is wicked though. It really is. Like, look at my podcast for instance. My highest viewed episode was internet, right? Dog, I know for a fact, like, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. I'm not paying for no views, my nigga. They want you to literally pay for everything, dog. They want you to pay for clout, views. They want you to pay for. I'm not paying for nothing, dog. I'm gonna put my own content out. I'm not posting no memes. You weird ass niggas sitting on the internet reposting memes. This is the same meme from 3 years ago, dog. You still posting this? Get a microphone, okay? Get a laptop, get some balls, and really try to create something, dog. And I'm not just talking about a podcast, because realistically, this is not really the end all be all, right? This is only a part of the scheme, right? This is a small piece of the scheme now. And we ain't gonna act like, we're not gonna all gilly and wallow the situation, is what I'm trying to say, right? Everybody ain't gonna get to that 100 M's off of podding, right? Nor do we need to. One of the things I pride myself on the most is, there's a few things, but one of them is definitely the fact that I'm not gonna hold you, man. I'm not gonna hold you, son. I thought shout out to DJ Premier and shout out to Biggie and shout out to this instrumental. I'm not gonna even just explain to y'all what I thought was happening in my room just now. This shit is hitting, bro. Your reign on top was short like leprechauns as I crushed through Belize. It's the rap Don Dada something flop flop. Yo, the vibration on the speaker. I got my setup is kind of crazy. I'm a little congested right now, so I got the speaker on the bed. I got my foot up, laptop on my lap, docket on my stomach at this point, right? I still don't know where my pen is, but it's cool. We still potting through it, right? Bro, the vibration on this instrumental was so crazy, bro. It just moved my heel violently, my nigga. Like, bro, what just happened to my heel, dog? I literally thought it was an earthquake jumping off, man. Because at this point, bro, they got me on 10. I don't know what's getting ready to happen, fam. You know that's coming. You know that's coming. Come on, dog. Every conspiracy that ever was written down, like, understand that all of them shits came true, fam. And realistically, I don't think there's been a bigger one than the whole New York going underwater conspiracy. I mean, listen, dog. Listen. All I'm saying is this: we ain't get snow this winter. Enough said, fam. You think that we ain't about to get some crazy weather, some violent weather and shit? They got earthquakes rocking off. It was an earthquake just in Turkey or some shit, right? Thousands of people dead, right? And this is just the norm and shit, right? But they still want to show us somebody shooting into a damn school. I'm off on a tangent. I am. I want to revisit the Troy Ave taxstone situation briefly, because at the end of the day, this the thing, right? This the thing. I'm not perfect, like I'm not flawless. Every now and then, yeah. I said some shit on my last episode, right, where I kind of was basically not in defense of Troy Ave, because I'm not in defense of Troy Ave. I'm not in defense of no man. I'm only in control and I'm only on the defense for me, right? And that's just what it is. But at the end of the day, yeah, there's certain situations that I feel like, just for the sake of the podcast, and for the sake of the conversation, you try to have a perspective, and so that was kind of the perspective I was coming from, right, on the last joint. So it wasn't like I was siding with Son. You know what I'm saying? Even though I met Son, and Son was actually a solid dude. I'm not gonna hold you. Troy Ave I definitely, Mano as well. Uncle Murder, they was definitely, shooting a music video in Brooklyn Bridge. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Bridge Park. They really just came in there on a random. It was actually kind of ill. They came in there, you know what I'm saying? It was just love, man. And I don't really, I feel like it's unfortunate that this situation even had to happen, man. Because I feel like everybody involved lost, bro. And that's just really the bottom line here. Taxstone was found guilty of manslaughter, right? Sentencing hasn't occurred yet. We don't know how much time he's getting. Obviously, we know that Troyan went up there, took the stand, and did what he had to do. I was cool with that. I was cool with that. I ain't really have an opinion on that, right? But we fast forward to the aftermath of that court procession, and Troy Ave thought it was a good idea to shoot a music video. Yeah, a music video. First of all, music videos ain't even really like that's not even really like the go-to anymore. Nobody's really even watching music videos, fam. My point is this: you can't be the aggressor, right? You can't be the aggressor in the situation, right? And it's just like two wrongs don't make a right. So at the end of the day, dog, you went over there and I'm not sure what exactly happened, but from what we heard and what was reported, he put hands on Taxstone, right? Which all right, cool. I ain't mad at some hands, dog. Like at the end of the day, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that 100%, right? If the situation warrants it, I'm with that, right? How Taxstone reacted is, how he reacted, dog. And at the end of the day, you can't tell somebody how to react in a situation. Do I feel like Taxstone did the right thing? No. Do I feel like Troy Ave handled the situation the right way? No. And that just brings us back to we all take a loss. You know what I'm saying? Troy Ave, you took a loss, dog. I'm not sure how you even could have the energy to be doing all that after that whole situation. You should be mentally drained after that, fam, and trying to remove yourself. I mean, this is just my opinion. Remove yourself completely from that light. You know what I'm saying? Like now I can actually be free from this whole situation. Like now let me move forward and let me actually work on my music and put out some real music, fam, and really put out some heat, dog. This was his opportunity to really kind of get back into the mix, you know what I'm saying? And he just took the opportunity and completely threw it in the trash and made himself look even goofier than he looked this whole entire time, fam. I say all that to say this. I'm all for Troy Ave. I'm all for Taxstone. I'm all for both of them, right? The both of them are canceled. I'm canceling the both of them, fam. Everybody can't go. None of them could go. The both of y'all getting canceled, and that's just what it is, bro. I'm not jacking that, I'm not jacking what Taxstone did, and I'm not jacking how Troy Ave reacted to what Taxstone did, right? In front of the courthouse, fam. Like, realistically, why are you even over there after you look crazy now. Like, you still by the courtroom, my nigga? Like, you still over here? It's over, dog. Like, leave, nigga. Leave the country, dog. Or is the hate justified? That part. You gotta ask that question too. Or is the hate actually justified, right? Man, listen, we'll be seeing how the sentencing goes for Taxstone. I'm not really gonna say prayers and condolences to Taxstone because at the end of the day, he put himself in that situation. I just feel like, man, if a nigga woke up to me and punched me in my face, my nigga, I mean, he might feel like he got shot. You might feel like you got shot, but I'm not gonna pull out a gun and shoot you for punching me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he should have responded the way that he was approached. Unless he felt like he couldn't, and that's a whole nother conversation, right? Because there's a lot of that out here too, man. A lot of these dudes out here that's pulling triggers and shit. You shooting, dog. You really just ain't want to take a L, dog. And we have to acknowledge that this coward culture This coward culture, like we see what time it is, bro. They got trannies killing kids now, bro. This shit is ridiculous. Take the guns off the street. Moving along to the next topic on the docket. Let me see what we got here, man. Ayo, dog. Ayo, dog. This is more of like something that I just kind of caught, like low key. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't really like expecting something, and it's kind of like, all right, you might see something like on YouTube. You might click on it real quick, and you're not really even sure what you're about to see. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, this is like one of those. I say that to say this, man. I have a question. And my question is simply, what is Tyler creating? What is he creating? I stumbled across, or I came across, or I stumbled upon, right? Pardon me. My vernacular is all over the place. I know. It's cool, though. I'm an hour and 28 minutes in. You worried about me saying the right words the right way, dog. Listen, be happy that I'm even putting this shit out, dog. Because realistically, fam, if y'all even knew the hurdles I had to navigate just to even get y'all this heat, bro. Bro, this shit is like, I'm out here doing Pokemon quests for this podcast, fam. Just understand that this is not the easiest task in the world for me to do. It is, though. Once I get into the, I'm at topic 9 and shit. Now this shit is just like, it is what it is. But you could go all day now. You feel me? I do have to edit, though, and I gotta end this shit. And I'm losing my breath now and shit. Like, I got a whole plate of food I ain't even eat. I forgot about my food. Damn, that shit is probably lukewarm now. What is Tyler creating? So I stumbled upon there's a video, some new music that he put out. Is a video in particular that, titled "Sorry Not Sorry." And this is the thing, right? I don't want to come off in a way that sounds or seems like basically like I'm trying to attack somebody. But in all reality, fam, how many opportunities do I have to do that with Tyler the Creator, fam? Clearly, this is not a personal attack. This is clearly just somebody who enjoys the genre of hip-hop and rap music, right? Maybe a little bit too much at times, right? Like, listen, dog, all I'm trying to say is this. Because I'm struggling with trying to get my point out here. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to structure it. Don't worry about it. It's coming. Pause. It's on the way. What is Tyler? What in the world is Tyler creating? Is the question, because, like I said, I stumbled upon a new music video that he put out titled "Sorry Not Sorry," and I'm not gonna hold you, dog. Like, I watched the video, I struggled to get through it a little bit in the beginning there. I wasn't really sure what was going on. So basically, the concept of the video, let's get to it, dog. Because I'm let me roll up my sleeves too. The concept of the video, right? And I might have to pull that. Do I have to pull that joint up real quick? I'm not gonna do that. But the concept of the video, conceptually, from what I remember vaguely, because I literally just seen this shit like last night, right? Type shit. He basically is different people in the video. It's all of the people in the video are played by him, but they're basically different personalities in the video. And I feel like conceptually, I feel like the video is actually dope to a certain degree, right? Let me explain. One of those characters is him being a slave. Now, this is the thing, right? I'm not really sure. I'm just not sure what Tyler's creating. What are you trying to create with this music video, dog? Why does everything have to be so overly layered and just so overly the message has to, there's always some underlying message with the overlying obvious message, like, dog, we don't care that you want to have about your sexual preference, dog. I was getting ready to slip up and say something crazy. I was, but I caught myself. I don't want to hear about your emotions and how you feel about coming out the closet and I had to fight. Dog. This is bad timing for that message. I just feel like the LGBTQ community is tone deaf at times. I feel like at times they're very selfish. I just feel like at times it's just like get out of the way. Just get out of the way. Y'all do too much to be in the way. Then when the attention is on you, now y'all mad that the attention is on you. You don't want people to say shit. Which one is it, dog? Why is Tyler the Creator putting out a music video in 2023 of him depicted as a slave? He was a slave. He was really a slave, bro. Shirtless, like the whole thing. And he really looked like it was kind of crazy how. Anyway, he looked like an extra on Roots, fam. He had the slave pants on, and then at the end of the video, we're not gonna get into the lyrical breakdown. We're gonna leave that up to Rap Radar and them. I'm sure he'll be on Rap Radar this summer. They'll have there'll be pink balloons. They'll do a whole lyrical breakdown show with him, and he could get into all that. He was saying some wild shit on the song too, but we're not gonna get into that, right? We're just gonna get into the imagery, because I feel like personally, the imagery in music is fucking crazy, bro. It just is, man. And at the end of the day, if you know, you know. There's definitely imagery is definitely a real thing. I just feel like ever since that Grammy performance with Sam Smith, dog, that Grammy performance with Sam Smith really brought the creatures out, dog. Like they've been walking with a different like bop after that one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different energy on the streets now. Like they perform some ritual or some shit. Like, dog, Tyler the Creator, you are a rapper, fam. You are a rapper. Nothing more, nothing less, as far as I'm concerned. Right? That sounded crazy, by the way. And at the end of the day, if a white person would have said that to him, it would have to be a whole nother slave video. Man, listen, dog. I just don't understand like what direction we trying to take the music in, man. Can we just stop force feeding the kids this bullshit, bro? That's really what I'm trying to say. He on there talking about, I'm sorry that I had to hide all the men that I loved, and I'm sorry. Like, dog, who are you apologizing to? Me? You don't gotta apologize to me, nigga. That sounds like a love note to you, my nigga. You could have that shit that you could just write in your journal for you, my nigga, and you read that every morning when you wake up to do your routine or whatever to get you to feel how you need to feel when you look in the mirror so you can see what you want to see, dog. You don't need to share that over no hip hop 808. I clicked on this shit so fast because at the end of the day, listen, the reality of the situation is Tyler the Creator actually has some type of talent, bro. He does. There's no way he gets to this point without talent, right? I just personally don't hear it, and I'm not that I don't hear the talent. Let me not do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that naive. He's talented. He's talented, and he can actually rap. So that was kind of the perspective I was coming in with. It's like I said, 50 years of hip hop, bro. This is the 50th year of hip hop. Hip hop turns 50 this year, dog. So anything music, rap related, I'm kind of there. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of clicked on it with the expectations of maybe he really rapping on this, right? Maybe I'm gonna actually get that Tyler the Creator track that I never had in my playlist. Because at the end of the day, I'm not spinning none of his shits, bro. None, not one. There's not one Tyler the Creator song. I got every song in the world, dog. I don't have one Tyler the Creator song on my playlist, man. And that's just what it is. So realistically, I was really in search for some new music, and I thought, okay, maybe this is a good start and a good introduction for me, so I could finally get some Tyler. Maybe this might be the one for my playlist type shit, right? He on there crying about his men, like, dog. I couldn't be more disappointed, man. I say all that to say this. I just couldn't be more disappointed. I feel like we need to stop trying to incorporate our sexual preferences and our sexual deviancy, okay? Because at the end of the day, have some goddamn restraint anyway. I don't care what your preference is, dog. You don't gotta just be having sex all day, every day. That shouldn't just be on your mind all day, realistically, at a certain age. Something might be wrong anyway, right? We already clearly see something's wrong. Let me move off of that, man. Let me move off of that. I just felt like it was unfortunate. He put out some other trash too, by the way. It was some other shit he put out, and I shouldn't call it trash. I'm being too harsh. Am I? It's my opinion. It was trash to me, to my palate. You know, I'll never play it again. I mean, what do you call that, right? We gotta just start being honest, man. We just gotta start being honest. It's too much going on for us to be out here lying. Like, what you about to be lying? I hope everybody's, personally, out here winning. I feel like, yeah. I feel like, you know, I just hope that whatever it is that you're seeking when you come on social media, and I'm gonna throw myself in there too, because at the end of the day, I post a lot on social media, right? Whatever it is that I'm seeking, I can't throw myself in there though. I'm kind of just like a special case, man. I know me. I can't lie. I wouldn't put myself in this, but let me just do it anyway for the sake of being fair. We don't want to sit here and try to act like we on the pedestal and all that. We not doing that. I be wilding too. At the end of the day, I do. Like I got vices and shit. Listen. I got vices, dog. I got things. I got mental illness too. I got all that shit. The thing with me is, I know how to do a podcast and shit. Like I know how to do shit to like keep me from just completely losing my mind, basically, right? I'm gonna always figure it out. It's basically what I'm saying, right? Everybody don't have that option or ability, right? Some people really are just gonna sit and bask in their misery, and that's all they know how to do, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. We winding down here. Last two topics on my docket. Yeah, I'm shooting my shot. You can't block it, bitch. You hear that? Swish. Hey, yo, man. 50 Cent versus Weezy. Let's talk about it. Come on. Y'all knew I was going to get to that. Come on, dog. First of all, before we even do that, I definitely want to just take the time to say that Verzus absolutely dropped the ball. I mean, what a disappointment in the culture. I don't even think we've suffered a bigger loss than Versus in the past 2 years, bro. I'm talking about like this was like literally one of the most brilliant things we've ever seen hit the internet, fam. And somehow, some way, they ruined it. Like they just completely ruined it. They turned it into just like a complete joke. It kind of became like a clown show. At a certain point, they started going and getting the oldies, and it's like, dog. We know for a fact we ain't see the best verses yet. We know this, dog. I know this because at the end of the day, all I've been doing, realistically, my whole entire life was verses. Like I've been doing this my whole life, man. All I've been doing was playing pot and putting Biggie and comparing and contrasting, and that's the whole culture, fam. This is what we do. We want to see the best against the best, is what I'm trying to say. And at the end of the day, fam, if they figure out a way to pull this shit off, we will be in for a complete treat because 50 Cent versus Wayne absolutely, positively, 100% has to happen for the culture. I'm on record saying this, by the way, years ago. Lil Wayne is going to be a tough outing for somebody, fam. And I wasn't sure who they was going. I ain't know who somebody was going to be. I thought it was going to be T.I. I thought it was going to be, Drake at one point. But dog, 50 Cent versus Wayne in a versus 20 songs. So like 20 versus 20. Like, are we gonna keep the format the 2020? Because at the end of the day, I think they got at least 40 a piece, dog. They might have just 20 off of just mixtape shit. I know 50 got at least 20. Like, dog, 50 Cent been around for a long time. Wayne has been around for a long time. The bodies of work. I just feel like that's a win-win situation is basically what I'm saying. I clearly don't have a pick as far as like who I think would win. Because realistically, my nigga, I just feel like if I'm being honest, I would off top, like I would have to just though. See, that's the thing though. Like the old me would have said Wayne for sure, right? 100% the old me would have went with Wayne, but it's kind of like this not the old me no more. It's not the old me no more, dog. And I am from Queens at the end of the day, so it's kind of like that's a toss up, dog. That's a toss up. It's a hell of a matchup. I love to see it, but at the end of the day, we're never gonna see it because Versus dropped the ball, and that's just kind of how that's gonna end right there. We're probably never gonna see that. We ain't even see Jay and Nas yet, dog. We ain't seen Kendrick versus Drake. They only been throwing shots at each other for 10 years. How y'all ain't figure that one out, bro? But if we do, I feel like that's definitely the divine timing. That as I'm talking about a versus, I'm gonna turn it up now. That we hear that aha. How Kiss coming right after that, bro? On the shuffle. That's fire right there. I'm not gonna hold you. Kiss gonna be there. You know, Kiss might pull up. He got songs with Wayne. He don't got no songs with 50 though. So he'll be there on Wayne's behalf. You know what I'm saying? That'll be like his fifth appearance and shit. Mr. Versus in Park and shit. That's all I had there though for the verses. I'm getting ready to end this. We gonna close it out. We gonna close it out. You know what I'm saying? Episode 24. I apologize in advance. I apologize in advance, and that low key could have been the name of the episode right there. I apologize in advance. I did a lot of yelling. I did a lot of cursing this episode, and I talked about a lot of negative things. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I named the podcast "Everybody Can't Go" for a reason, dog. Like everybody just not gonna be able to go. I love this for my outro, by the way. I ain't even playing this. This shit fire though. I'm gonna run it back. Everybody just not gonna be able to go, and everybody not gonna be able to understand. I feel like I want to thank you all for tuning in this episode. I get y'all damn near 2 hours, dog. Like I should really just keep going. I really should just keep going because we ain't even really get into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could have been a little bit more. Like y'all want to get into some what? Which I think I can't get into my NFL bag. Lamar Jackson. That's actually all I would have right there. I don't have anything else for the NFL. All I know is Lamar Jackson and something is happening with him. Like I think he got traded or something. I don't care. I couldn't care less. They still not gonna put Cap on the team, huh? So Colin Kaepernick is just never gonna play again? That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that I wonder if he's really truly at peace with that decision though. And I hope he is, by the way. I truly do hope he is, man. I hope a lot of people are at peace, by the way, but specifically Kaepernick right now. As I outro, episode 24, everybody can't go. Thanks for tuning in once again. WILLMATIC. Just in case I didn't say that on my intro, because I definitely ain't say it on my last episode. And I was low key salty, like, dang. I had to make sure I came back and said it 10 times for y'all this episode, dog. Like, I ain't even say my name, fam. I said it at the end. I ain't say it in the beginning, though. That's kind of like my whole thing. Like, you feel me? It's kind of like I didn't really get y'all an episode without that, low key. Like, I was really mad about it. I'm gonna outro this though. It's definitely. Oh yeah, WrestleMania is definitely this weekend. By the way, as an outro, yeah, it's just funny to me that like, yeah, man, they still doing that shit, bro. Like Undertaker lost his streak and everything, and they still just gonna keep. Welcome to WrestleMania and us to death, huh? So y'all just gonna give us 1,000 WrestleManias. Y'all still got the same trash writers. I'm gonna pop my head in there. Pause. Just to see what's going on. I'm low key looking at it from just like more of an ownership standpoint at this point. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I don't even know why I used to watch wrestling. That's a whole nother story, by the way. Like, that might be a whole episode. You feel me? Because the reality of the situation is, I don't give a fuck about no men in tights, bodies slamming each other. Like, I'm not sure why anybody in their right frame of mind would care about that. Right? I want to look at it from a business standpoint and an ownership standpoint because at the end of the day, In reality, the situation is Vince McMahon ain't got that much time left, dog. And I'm just saying, like, they talking about they might sell it to Saudi Arabia. I'm not about to let that happen, dog. I spent too much time. I've invested way too much time for y'all to just go sell this to Saudi Arabia, dog. Y'all gonna sell this shit to me, my nigga. I'm gonna buy WrestleMania, fam. Understand what I'm saying? I have the perfect blueprint for it. Like Michael Jackson had a blueprint for Marvel, dog. I got a blueprint that's adjacent to what Mike has for Marvel for WrestleMania in WWE. That's all I'm saying, dog. We gonna end it there. Episode 25. On that note, we might not get episode 25 for another year, dog. I got some work to do, and you do too.